Hello, everyone. My name is Kalika, and I would like to welcome you to today's session, Marketing All Products Survey Results, with Dr. Sifiso Falala, the CEO from Plus94, Johan Koster, CEO, Marketing Research Foundation, and Renisa Naidu, the Project Manager, Plus94 Research. A couple of points before we begin. The webinar is being recorded and the recording will be made available to you after the webinar. You can ask questions during and at the end of the session by sending them through the questions widget. Our webinar platform has a few functions which I will quickly walk you through. The slide shows you where you can send your questions, see the slides, and there are a group of widgets. These widgets offer you the chance to interact with fellow webinar attendees through the group chat or to interact with the platform and with the content. The console can be adjusted with the windows made bigger or smaller. So just click on the icons and see what happens. The platform is designed for you to get everything you can out of our time together. So experiment and just have fun. Now, without further ado, let me introduce you to our speakers. Sifiso heads the largest independent Black-owned research company in South Africa. With more than 25 years of experience as a renowned researcher and CEO, he ensures that a quality-driven process is implemented and sound statistical methodologies are used to achieve actionable market and research solutions. Johan has been involved in the media and advertising industries for close to 30 years. In 2020, Johan rejoined the Marketing Research Foundation of South Africa as a caretaker CEO. Providing the marketing and advertising industries with independent, reliable, and credible consumer research is the core mandate of the MRF and the Johan's key focus. Renisa is a dynamic project manager who joined Plus94 in 2022, specializing in market research, renowned for her adeptness in blending academic rigor with practical application. With a hands-on approach to product management, Renisa brings a wealth of experience in logistical field management. Her adeptness in navigating the complexities of research logistics ensures seamless execution and timely delivery of projects. So now I would like to hand over to our speaker, Johan Koster. Thank you.
Thanks so much, Kalika. Thank you for having us. It's such a pleasure to be here. Good day and welcome, everyone. Thank you for joining us today. And thank you for taking time out of your busy schedules. I'll be very brief. I think everyone's quite keen to see what we have to present today. So I'll be brief, but just allow me a short introduction to the Marketing Research Foundation of South Africa first. The MRF is a non-profit association, and it's mandated by brands or marketers, if you will, and their agencies to commission, manage, and publish independent, credible consumer insights for the South African market. So we're completely independent and we have no association with any specific brand, media type, or any other commercial interest. We are driven by this mandate and our mission is to help businesses make better decisions. That is to provide consumer insights that inform better products and media strategies and planning that delivers meaningful and cost-effective consumer engagement across platforms. You'll see a lot of data today and a lot of insights in terms of the depth and breadth of the MAPS research study. And today we present the results of the 14th quarterly release of the Marketing All Products Survey, MAPS, since we started fieldwork in July 2020. So it's been quite a journey and quite exciting. The actual data will be released to MAPS subscribers on Monday, 20 May. And as always, they're more than welcome to send through questions and queries once they've accessed the data. We want to extend our sincere gratitude to the MAPS subscribers and users for their continued support of this initiative, and to Plus94 Research and the team there for their hard work and absolute dedication to continuously improving MAPS and delivering quality consumer insights. Also to everyone that's part of the MRF's oversight structures, everyone from our scrutiny teams to our research and technical committee to our advisory council, and of course the board of the MRF for their hard work, dedication and guidance throughout. Lastly, a big thank you to ESOMAR for hosting us today as the global go-to body for all things market research. You inform and guide how we design, execute and deliver maps, and thank you for the opportunity to engage and share and learn. With that, I'm going to thank you all. Before Renisa presents the actual data, there will be 2 short videos that provide an overview of maps and the team behind it. The first of those videos will be Dr. Sifiso Falala, co-founder and CEO of Plus94 Research. Thank you very much.
Hi there, my name is Sifiso Falala from Plus94 Research, where I am the Chief Executive Officer. We are so excited to have you as part of this historic webinar, where we have joined forces with ESOMAR. And we'd like to thank ESOMAR for giving us the ability to link up with yourselves wherever you might be in the world. The main purpose of doing this webinar in this way is to learn from your experiences and to also share what we have for you, in store for you today. South Africa has a long history of expertise and experience in conducting research that is based on robust samples and robust methodologies. And indeed, in the past, this country has been able to share its expertise and its experts around the world. So we believe that you will also be in a position to learn from what we are doing in Africa and what we are doing in South Africa, as this country has for many years demonstrated that it can contribute quite significantly to the world of market research. MAPS is a research product that looks at consumer behavior. It contains a large and substantial establishment survey. It is based on a robust sampling methodology that covers over 20,000 respondents in a year. It is done on a month-to-month basis every month, and the data is reported quarterly and rolled up annually. So what you'll be seeing today would be a presentation that covers a period of exactly 3 years. Plus94 Research is proud to be a part of this webinar. As a company that is at the cutting edge of technology, we are proud of our research and development team that is relentlessly doing investigations to find out what are some of the latest technologies that we can use in order to increase the manner in which we collect data efficiently, and also to deliver convenience to consumers, respondents, as well as to our clients, in order to package our reports in a way that is reliable, that is trustworthy, and that is also efficient. We believe that technology should be at the cutting edge of all market research. And today, some of the results that you will see are a testament to our belief system in continuously innovating when it comes to market research fieldwork, market research data processing, and all systems that are related to reporting. Importantly, we would like to thank the MRF, our clients, its board of directors that has a passion and a dedication for bringing researchers together, not just in South Africa, but on the continent and globally where feasible, to ensure that we can work together collectively as a team to pool our resources and end up with a research instrument that is a fair reflection of the market scenario and the market situation in South Africa. For this, I would like to say thank you so much to the board of the MRF and to the CEO, Johan Costa.
What is MAPS? The Marketing All Products Survey has ushered in a new era of market research in South Africa by tracking the daily consumer behaviors, decision-making processes, and consumption patterns of consumers, signifying in a pivotal shift towards consumer-centric research. MAPS equips modern marketers with the tools they need to thrive in an ever-evolving market landscape. What makes MAPS unique? MAPS is independent and transparent, making it free from any commercial biases. Its groundbreaking utilization of geocoding means that marketers can optimize their strategies for maximum impact and return on investment. Subscribers to MAPS have control over the content, methodologies, and costs, ensuring a truly customized research experience tailored to their precise requirements. They also have access to comprehensive analysis, competitor sets, and daily consumer behaviors. Updated Living Standard Measures, LSMs, also offer a clear snapshot of consumer demographics and preferences, further enriching the depth of the insights provided by MAPS. South African clothing manufacturers face growing competition from Chinese fashion giants, Shein and Temu. According to MAPS, 250,000 South Africans are already shopping on Shein. MAPS provides consumer insights to sustain and grow the automotive industry in South Africa. When integrated with consumer data, geocoding provides information such as the market potential within dealer trade areas, frequency of travel, purchasing decision-making, the extent of installment payments, and etc. MAPS shows changes in consumer behavior as the average household income declines. Behavior shifts become apparent as careful buying becomes the order of the day. According to MAPS, a quarter of South African consumers preferred shopping at ShopRite in 2022. This is more than double the number of consumers that shop at its closest competitor, Pick n Pay. South Africa has 532 townships, which are home to 21.7 million people. Studies like MAPS have become the best source of information to determine what types of shopping centers and stores need to be built within these areas, as they take into consideration consumer purchasing behavior. MAPS stands as a testament to the MRF and Plus94 Research's commitment to innovation and excellence, providing marketers with a powerful tool to navigate the complexities of today's marketplace with confidence and precision.
Good day, esteemed guests from around the globe. My name is Ranisa Naidu, and it brings me immense joy to extend a warm welcome to each of you joining us today. Our collaboration between the MRF and Plus94 Research has birthed an extraordinary venture, the Marketing All Product Survey, fondly known as MAPS. The survey offers a broad view of consumer behavior in South Africa, covering over 3,000 brands. MAPS provides valuable insight into the consumption patterns of millions of South Africans, contributing to a comprehensive understanding of the market landscape. Today, we proudly present the culmination of our efforts, unveiling trends, preferences, and behavioral shifts observed from January 2021 to December 2023. Before delving into the data, let's paint a brief picture of South Africa's socio-economic landscape. Our nation is celebrated for its multifaceted identity and is often referred to as the Rainbow Nation. While resilience, warmth, and determination categorize us, we also grapple with stark inequality, sadly ranking as the most unequal country globally, with the Gini coefficient of 0.63 in 2023. At the heart of today's discussion lies the ongoing digital transformation sweeping across South Africa. While technology shapes our future, traditional media retains profound relevance. This coexistence mirrors our nation's complexity, showcasing the nuanced preferences of South African consumers. Yet, our journey is not without challenges. Load shedding, which is a practice of planned power outages, serves as a stark reminder of our infrastructural hurdles. Nevertheless, South Africans exhibit remarkable adaptability, reflecting our unwavering spirit. This resilience was showcased globally as our nation's national rugby team, the Springboks, claimed victory in the Rugby World Cup in 2023, embodying unity and pride amidst adversity. Our webinar aims to dissect the intricate interplay of socio-economic factors shaping media and product usage in South Africa. Join us as we navigate this narrative of resilience, diversity, and enduring hope. As we dive into the findings of MAPS, I encourage you to glean insights, draw comparisons, and uncover universal truths that transcends borders. Today is not just a presentation, it is a South African dialogue on the evolving landscape of consumer behavior. So without further ado, let's embark on this journey together. In our MAP study, we employ two crucial data collection methods. We have the face-to-face questionnaire and the leave-behind questionnaire, both available in paper and online formats. This dual approach enables us to gain a comprehensive and precise understanding of our target population's behaviors and attitudes. Within our survey, we delve into a plethora of topics through 700 questions covering a staggering 3,350 rands. After data collection and refining raw data, we meticulously check for anomalies, ensuring only the most accurate insights emerge. It is a process that is driven by dedication to precision, empowering us to make informed decisions with confidence. In MAPS, we implement three forms of back-checking. We have recording, telephonic, and physical. We have 29% of our respondents who undergo back checks, and these rigorous measures are designed to uphold the reliability and integrity of our data collection process. All these quality controls result in monthly, quarterly, biannual, and annual reports, each offering valuable insights into consumer behaviors and trends. This provides an outline of what is covered by MAPS and what can be expected in each section of the data. Today's presentation offers a condensed overview of selected sections of the MAP survey. While we aim to provide a thorough summary, it is important to note that not every facet of the survey will be explored today. I just want to give you a quick overview of MAPS. The research universe includes respondents who are over the age of 15, both male and female, from all racial groups and all provinces. Our target sample of just over 20,000 for the face-to-face component and over 10,000 for our leave-behind questionnaire were completed each year. In 2023, we completed 20,040 for the face-to-face component and 11,256 for the leave-behind. Now we're going to move into our exciting stuff. I'm going to take you through our actual data. What you see here is our demographic front for 2023. Our survey reveals a distribution of 30% for metro areas, 40% for urban areas, and 30% for rural areas. This representation spans across 18.48 million households, boosting an average of 3.7 individuals per household. Additionally, each household has an average of 1.8 dependents. If you look at our bottom banner, our target population for 15 and over is featured there, and for 2023, it was 43,592,223, and the overall population in South Africa is approximately 60 million. Throughout our presentation, we'll be navigating shifts year on year or quarter on quarter, and this is marked by a visual timeline. Our color scheme serves as this timeline. The light gray represents year 1, which is 2021. The darker gray signifies year 2, which is 2022. And our colored bar is year 3, which is 2023. It is important for us to acknowledge the currency difference. In South Africa, we use rands, and approximately 20 rand equates to €1 or $1. On this slide, we offer a panoramic view of our respondents' demographics, focusing on age groups, personal income, and household income. Together, these facets offer a nuanced understanding of the demographic landscape. Interestingly, the average age remains steadily at 38 years across 3 years. In 2023, emerges as a pivotal year, showcasing notable increases in personal and household income. This follows a challenging period during the COVID era, where the economy was stagnated. However, in 2022, signs of recovery emerged, with increased employment opportunities, and by 2023, a return of normalcy is evident, marked by bonuses and annual increases for individuals, reflecting a resilient economy and a hopeful future. Our latest demographic analysis offers a comprehensive snapshot of our population. segmented across key dimensions. So we have age, area, race, LSM, which is living standard measures, and monthly household income. It is important to note that while LSM is a holistic measure incorporating various factors, it is not synonymous with income. One striking revelation from our data is the stability pervading our demographic landscape. Across gender, race, and age groups, distributions remain remarkably consistent, attesting to the robustness of our methodology and data collection processes. This consistency highlights the reliability of the insights and informs our strategic decisions with confidence. However, amid this stability lies a sobering truth: the glaring inequality in income distribution within South Africa. While our demographic analysis paints a picture of consistency, it also unveils the stark disparities in household income across different segments of society. I'm going to move on to our economic landscape. In this slide, we delve into a timeline of events spanning from 2021 to 2023, analyzing the impact on the economic landscape and subsequent shifts. By mapping out these moments, we uncover the intricate interplay between external forces and economic fluctuations, offering essential context to comprehend the evolving consumer landscape. In South Africa, load shedding, which is characterized by continuous rolling blackouts from our dominant electricity supplier, has had a profound impact on the environment and a subsequent influence over the past 3 years. In 2021, the prevalence of load shedding remained relatively mild, typically ranging from stages 1 to 4. However, a significant shift occurred in 2022 as the severity escalated to stages 5 and 6. This escalation disrupted daily routines and necessitated adaptations to the evolving energy landscape. These challenges compounded in 2023, with load shedding emerging as a pervasive issue, significantly impacting both lifestyles and businesses alike. Disruptions caused by power outages became common, exerting a substantial influence on the availability and consumption of media and products. In the economic landscape overview, the left chart paints a clear picture of the rising inflation rate, highlighting the increasing cost of living throughout the period. The socioeconomic pie graph provides illuminating insight into the distribution of our respondents across different socioeconomic strata. A significant portion identifies as low middle, or upper middle class, showcasing the diversity within our sample. Notably, only around 5% position themselves in the upper and higher economic class, emphasizing the socioeconomic composition of our audience. In our next slide, we highlight a significant trend indicating that South Africans are feeling the financial strain and decisively scaling back on what can be perceived as luxury expenditures. The first graph captures the frequency of fast food purchases, showcasing a consistent decline each year under review. This downward trajectory suggests a conscious effort amongst those consumers to limit spending on convenience dining options. Similarly, the second graph, examining the frequency of eating out both on a monthly and a weekly basis, also demonstrates a notable decline over the same period. This trend highlights a shift in consumer behavior towards more frugal dining habits as individuals opt for more cost-effective meal solutions. The third graph scrutinizes the distribution of DSTV subscription packages amongst consumers. It reveals a significant shift towards cheaper DSTV packages, signaling that price sensitivity has emerged as a key concern amongst top and middle-tier customers. This shift reflects a broader trend of consumers seeking more affordable entertainment options amongst financial constraints. Lastly, the fourth graph highlights a concerning decline in the proportion of individuals who are able to save and invest. With an overall decline of 39% over 2 years, this trend suggests that South Africans have increasingly limited disposable income available for saving and investment purposes. This decline highlights the financial strain faced by households as they prioritize meeting basic needs over long-term financial planning. Together, these graphs paint a compelling picture of how South Africans are adjusting their spending behavior in response to economic pressures, opting for more prudent financial choices in the face of tightening budgets. Our slide here highlights the current brand loyalty trends, showing a decline in loyalty for groceries and toiletries, but an increase for cosmetics. These trends mirror previous findings, indicating a shift towards economizing strategies and heightened price sensitivity. Here we delve into the average monthly spend on groceries, toiletries, and apparel against inflation trends. While inflation rose notably in Q3 of 2022, the spend on groceries remained relatively consistent, indicating that people are cutting back on certain products, leading to a smaller basket size. Because of inflationary pressures, the average spend on groceries has increased, suggesting that consumers are prioritizing essential purchases. On the other hand, apparel expenditure has stabilized around $1,300, reflecting a more conservative approach to discretionary spending in the face of economic uncertainties. In this slide, we dive deeper into the average spend on groceries, shedding light on a concerning trend. On the left, we observe a significant increase in the average amount spent on groceries per month. This rise is primarily driven by price, which you can see in blue on the right, and increases across a majority of products in a typically monthly basket of goods. Simultaneously, on the right, we scrutinize the food items bought in the past 7 days or past 4 weeks. Here, we witness a decline in consumption across majority of categories, indicating that South Africans are paying more for goods in their basket each month while purchasing fewer items. The shrinkage in basket size is undeniably driven by price pressures as consumers grapple with rising costs. Despite spending more on groceries, they're receiving fewer goods, amplifying the financial strain faced by households. Here we observe declines in household goods and baby categories. However, South Africans continue to indulge in beer and wine consumption, showcasing a unique aspect of consumer behavior amidst economic challenges. Here we scrutinize the purchase of clothing across various categories over time. Interestingly, we observe a decline in clothing purchases across all categories, accompanied by an increased average spend on clothing. This paradoxical trend is a clear indication of spending more for less. Despite the decline in purchasing, consumers are allocating a larger portion of their budgets towards clothing for children up to 14 years, which again speaks to household budget prioritization. In our final slide on clothing, we highlight that it is the largest category for online purchases in the past month, with women's clothing leading at the charge. At the top, we observe online shopping purchases for the past 4 weeks, with clothing accounting for a significant 42%. Moving over to our bottom section, we examine the stores from which individuals are making these online purchases, with Shein emerging as a prominent choice. The data highlights the growing preference for online shopping, particularly in the clothing sector, where convenience, price, and a wider range of options are driving consumers to digital platforms. We're going to move on to our media side of our presentation, which consists of TV, streaming, radio, outdoor, and print. In our TV landscape, the data paints a vivid picture of a substantial viewership, with 9.6 million individuals dedicating more than 20 hours per week to watching TV. SABC 1 emerges as the most watched South African TV channel, boosting 10.5 million viewers. This is followed closely by ETV with 8.6 million viewers. The overall penetration figure stands at 54%, indicating a widespread reach across the population. Demographically, our viewership primarily hails from LSM 7 to 10, comprising of 48% of the audience, while 43% belong to LSMs 5 and 6. In terms of area distribution, 40% are from metro areas, 32% are from urban areas, and 28% are from rural areas. This highlights the diverse geographical spread of our TV viewership. Notably, in Q3 of 2023, there was a significant bump in TV viewership, particularly in sports programming, which may be attributed to events such as the Rugby and Cricket World Cups. However, the surge stabilized around 54%, indicating a consistent level of engagement over time. In our analysis for TV channels and streaming over the past 7 days, a significant trend emerged. SABC2 has experienced a notable decline since 2021, dropping by 13%. Conversely, streaming services have witnessed a steadily increase over the years, illustrating a rising preference for digital platforms over traditional TV. This data provides a comprehensive view of viewership trends, showcasing year-on-year shifts and highlighting a general decline across traditional TV channels. The migration from analog to digital has led to signal loss channels and accessing TV channels. Secondly, the evolving landscape of media consumption is evident, with audiences increasingly gravitating towards digital streaming options for their entertainment needs. The shift has been particularly pronounced since the onset of COVID-19 pandemic in 2020. The pandemic accelerated the uptake of streaming services, driven by a wide array of content choices and the affordable pricing offered by these platforms. This trend has continued to gain momentum year on year, further contributing to the decline of traditional TV viewership. Moreover, the increase in load shedding incidents throughout 2023 has likely exacerbated these shifts in viewing habits. The challenging energy landscape has prompted consumers to seek alternative entertainment options, while with streaming platforms offering convenient and uninterrupted access to content, even during power outages. The quarterly analysis of viewership highlights the decline in traditional viewing. This does not mean that people are viewing less content, but rather they are viewing it differently across more platforms. As traditional TV viewership declined, SABC1 and ETV found themselves in tight competition. Both channels faced similar drops, but began stabilizing. In the slide, we present an overview of the streaming landscape in South Africa. The streaming penetration stands at a notable 19%, indicating a significant adoption for on-demand streaming. 8 million people have access to these services, with YouTube, Netflix, and Showmax emerging as the top streaming platforms. Demographically, the streaming audience skews towards higher LSMs, with 76% originating from LSM 7 to 10. Additionally, streaming is particularly favored by Gen Z and millennials, highlighting the shifting preference towards digital entertainment platforms amongst younger demographics. The social media landscape slide offers a thorough depiction of social media usage trends in South Africa. Remarkably, 13 million individuals dedicate more than 20 hours per week to social media, resulting in an impressive penetration of 73%. The top 3 platforms in terms of popularity are WhatsApp, Facebook, and TikTok. A notable highlight is the exceptional growth of TikTok over the past 3 years, with 6 million South Africans utilizing TikTok as a search engine. This recognizes a substantial shift in user preferences and affirms TikTok as a dominant player in the social media arena. In our examination of social media shifts, trends are presented year on year, revealing a positive trajectory. A clear upward trend indicating an overall increase in social media activities. This rise reflects a growing engagement and presence on social media platforms, highlighting the evolving nature of digital interaction and communication. It is imperative to highlight the evolution of our methodology. Our commitment to precision and insightful data has driven us to adapt, refine, and enhance our approach. One key adaptation occurred in the 3rd year, where we made pivotal adjustment to our filters and questionnaire structure based on invaluable insights gained from the preceding years. In the initial 2 years of our study, we meticulously applied filters in reference to media consumption and online activities. These filters were strategically designed to navigate respondents through a targeted journey, ensuring that the subsequent questions were contextually relevant to their specific experiences and preferences. This approach allowed us to gain a comprehensive understanding of various segments within our audience. We discovered intriguing patterns and behaviors that challenged the traditional application of filters, And in the third year, with a desire for accuracy, we embarked on a methodological adjustment. Recognizing that some of the questions held universal significance, we made a strategic decision to open them up to all respondents, irrespective of the prior journey through the questionnaire. This can be seen through this section of our presentation. In our media penetration slide, the focus is on internet activity. One can notice there's a strong correlation between internet activity and social media engagement. This highlights the interconnectedness of digital platforms, emphasizing how the internet serves as a central hub for both on-demand streaming and social media interactions. In our analysis of digital behavior trends, we observed a consistent upward trajectory in time spent on the internet browsing and social media presented quarter by quarter. However, it is essential to account for external influences, like the rise in load shedding stages in 2022, which likely led to a decrease in digital engagement during quarter one of that year. The next slide delves into the relationship between consumers with internet access and their viewing habits on social media platforms. Notably, those with internet access exhibit higher levels of engagement with video content on these platforms. Their attention becomes even more divided as they simultaneously engage on social media while watching linear TV. This phenomenon is depicted through three graphs. Please note, when I refer to the past 7 days, I'm referring specifically to the time frame of our analysis and observation. The first graph showing the growth in internet access in the past 7 days, the second showing video viewing consumption amongst those who have access to the internet in the past 7 days, and the third are showing the high levels of interaction with social media whilst watching traditional TV. The battle for viewership continues to be fragmented across platforms, with short-form content players maintaining a strong presence. This slide examines the total population's video content viewing in the past 7 days alongside internet connection in their home. On the graph on the left, as we analyzed the data, it became evident that the expansion of short-form video content and the surge in streaming services have not diminished the relevance of traditional TV. Instead, they have carved out their spaces, catering to different audience preferences and consumption habits. While some prefer convenience and variety offered by streaming platforms, others still find comfort and familiarity of traditional TV programming. On our right, notably 3.6 million households now have fixed internet access, marking a remarkable 143% increase over 2 years. And an impressive 94% of people who've watched video content visited these social media platforms in the past 7 days, highlighting the pervasive influence of digital platforms on modern media consumption habits. As audio consumption evolves, traditional radio faces competition from podcasts and digital platforms. Despite the shift, both radio and podcasts continue to attract significant listenership, with 3.4 million people spending more than 20 hours per week on radio and 1.6 million on podcast. It is clear that audiences are diverse in their preferences. While radio stations maintain a 53% penetration rate, podcasts offer on-demand content and customization. The evolving landscape presents opportunities for both mediums to innovate and engage with audiences in new ways. Again, this does not necessarily mean that less listening is taking place. However, it's just shifting across platforms. Examining our radio listenership over the past 7 days reveals a 14% decrease in overall engagement from 2021 to 2023. Interestingly, there's a notable trend towards an increased listenership of community radio stations, indicating a preference for local content. Despite this overall decline, the top 5 radio stations maintain consistent listenership levels. This suggests that while the radio landscape may be shifting, established stations continue to command a loyal audience base. In our multi-platform behavior analysis for radio, a parallel trend emerges to that observed in TV consumption. Social media stands out as a predominant secondary activity while listening to the radio. This aligns with the broader media landscape, indicating that audiences tend to engage with social media platforms simultaneously as they consume radio content. Examining our cinema landscape over the past 4 weeks, we noticed a significant increase in attendance. Comparing figures from 2022 to 2023, there's been a striking 32% increase, with 619,000 people indicated they visited cinemas in 2023. The surge could be directly attributed to the release of the highly anticipated blockbusters such as Barbie and Oppenheimer. These releases marked a pivotal moment as they represented the first wave of major films post-COVID, reigniting the public's enthusiasm for cinematic experiences. However, the surge was not without its challenges. Following the initial boost, we saw a subsequent slump in viewership, possibly influenced by external factors like the writers' and actors' strike. Despite these fluctuations, the resilience of the cinema industry remains evident. On the left, we observe the top 5 cinema chains with Ster-Kennicor and New Metro emerging as dominant players. Additionally, our data reveals that an average spend on a movie outing is 433 Rand and 69 cents, a figure that is particularly pronounced amongst younger generations. This highlights the enduring appeal of the cinematic experience, reaffirming its status as a cherished pastime for many. The slide paints a vivid picture of magazine readership trends in South Africa. Over the past 3 months, a substantial 5.1 million individuals have engaged with magazines, representing a penetration rate of 12%, which increases to 14% when including store magazines. Notably, the top 4 magazines in the country are spotlighted on the left, shedding light on the preferences of readers. It is intriguing to note that Drum, the most popular choice, is exclusively available online. One striking observation is the prevalence of magazine readerships amongst LSM 7 to 10, encompassing 61% of the audience. Equally noteworthy is a significant readership amongst younger demographics, with 42% coming from millennials and 29% from Gen Z, expressing the interest in magazines. This highlights a lasting and notable affinity for print media amongst the younger generation. Moreover, to our newspaper landscape, where 13 million individuals have engaged with newspapers in the past 3 months, resulting in a newspaper penetration of 31%. The top 4 newspapers are featured on the left and provide insight into the most widely read publications. Interestingly, the demographic profile aligns with that of magazines, indicating that newspaper readership is particularly popular amongst LSM 7 to 10. Additionally, there's strong readership amongst the younger generations, both Gen Z and millennials. In the broader context of quarter-on-quarter shifts, the overall engagement with out-of-home media remains relatively stable. A notable highlight is the growth observed in 2 specific categories: digital billboards on the side of the road and the traditional big outdoor format billboards. The rise in engagement with digital billboards reflects the industry's responsiveness to the digital age. Simultaneously, the appeal of big outdoor format billboards suggests their enduring effectiveness in capturing attention and delivering messages. We're going to move into our financial services. In our financial services and insurance coverage slide, we gain valuable insight into the financial landscape of the population. Specifically, 70% of the population have bank accounts, which excludes SASSA accounts. Medical aid coverage is reported by 10% of the population. Insurance coverage is notable, with 32% of the population holding various insurance policies, including both short-term and long-term plans, with funeral policies being a predominant component. Of the respondents, 32% have funeral policies obtained through various channels such as employers, funeral parlors, or former financial institutions. Furthermore, 8.5% of respondents indicate they belong to a stokvel, with the dominant representation coming from rural areas. In our analysis of insurance penetration trends, we examine total insurance figures alongside specific categories such as funeral, life, and short-term policies. These figures are trended on a quarterly basis, providing insight into the landscape of insurance penetration. What emerges is an overall decline, signaling not only a shift in respondent behavior, but also reflecting the prevailing economic landscape. This decline serves as a testament to individuals actively reprioritizing and economizing, opting for reduced coverage as they navigate evolving financial priorities. Here we have our top insurance companies and their market share. In 2023, Capitec surged to the forefront of the insurance industry, showcasing significant growth and securing the top spot in market share. Avbob and Old Mutual follow closely behind, demonstrating resilience and stability amidst the shifting landscape. Here we unveil an overview of respondents' banking preferences presented year on year. Our respondents have provided insight into two pivotal aspects: the banks that they use for their everyday financial transactions and the banks where their hard-earned salaries are entrusted. This dual perspective enables us to provide a holistic portrait of their banking preferences. Among all the banks, Capitec has the highest number of customers associated with it for both account usage and salary deposits. We're going to move on to our retail section. We're shifting our gears to our e-commerce analysis. We uncovered the top 3 online shopping categories driving consumer spending. At the forefront is communications, cell phone, and the prepaid sector, growing a substantial 5.4 million online shoppers. Following behind is clothing, 1.4 million consumers opting for virtual retail experiences, highlighting the popularity for online fashion platforms. Lastly, food and drink emerges as a significant category, capturing the attention of 1.3 million online shoppers, underlying the convenience and accessibility of online grocery shopping in today's fast-paced world. It is noteworthy that the majority of e-commerce shoppers are millennials and Gen Z, reflecting their comfort and familiarity with digital platforms for shopping. In our exploration for the fast food landscape, we observed that 45.4% of consumers have purchased fast food in the past 4 weeks, with an average spend of 180 Rand on their last visit. Notably, the preferred method for ordering food is to order in-store and take away, followed by ordering in-store and then dining in. Our slide here delves into the top 6 fast food brands and the associated average spend. Leading the pack and the highest and most popular choice is KFC, with an average spend of 174 Rand and 19 cents. This is followed closely behind by another chicken franchise, Chicken Licken. In our examination for fast food consumption and expenditure, a notable trend emerges. While fewer individuals are purchasing food, those who do are spending slightly more. This shift reflects the increasing cost of living as consumers allocate more of their budget towards fast food despite spending less frequently. However, beneath this overarching trend lies a stark socioeconomic divide. For the wealthy, fast food consumption often represents a convenient reprieve from cooking, a night off, so to speak. But for the economically disadvantaged, fast food can also be seen as a necessity rather than a luxury. Lacking access to cooking facilities, fast food becomes a vital source for hot meals and bridging the gap between hunger and sustenance. In our grocery slide, respondents have reported an average monthly spend of 2,050 Rand and 25 cents on groceries. What's particularly intriguing is that 56% of respondents take charge of their grocery shopping, indicating a significant level of personal involvement in household purchasing decisions. Interestingly, millennials and Gen X emerge as the primary cohorts generally responsible for shopping duties, highlighting the shifting demographic trends in consumer behavior and household management. Here we have our top retailers for bulk shopping, and ShopRite holds a significant market share. Here we present our top retailers for day-to-day groceries, and notably similar trends emerge, with ShopRite leading the pack, followed closely by the local spaza shop. This reflects the enduring popularity and convenience at large chain supermarkets and small neighborhood spaza shops for everyday grocery needs. Once again, ShopRite emerges as a key player in the top retailers for toiletries. We cannot have a conversation about retailers and not speak about liquor consumption. Respondents have provided valuable insight into their alcohol-related behaviors. On average, they spend approximately 648 Rand monthly on alcohol, and 33% have purchased liquor in the past 4 weeks. Notably, 17% of these purchases were made from taverns or shebeens, and the most frequently type of alcohol purchased is beer. Demographically, it is evident the majority of alcohol purchases are made by men and within upper LSMs. As we come to the close of this enlightening exploration into the diverse landscape of the South African consumer behavior, it is evident that our journey has both been insightful and revealing. From the delicate balance between traditional and innovative media consumption to the unwavering resilience ingrained in the everyday facet of society, our webinar has provided a rich tapestry of insight showcasing the nation's constant evolution while rooted in its distinct identity. As we reflect on the findings of MAPS and the insight shared today, it becomes evident that while challenges arise, so too do opportunities for growth and adaptation. The spectre of cost-cutting measures looms large in the face of rising living costs, yet South Africans have shown time and time again their ability to weather storms and emerge stronger on the other side. In closing, let us not forget the power of unity, resilience, and hope that defines the essence of South Africa. Just as the Springboks railed together to claim victory on the global stage, so too can we as marketers, researchers, and innovators come together to navigate the ever-evolving landscape of consumer behavior. If you would like more information regarding MAPS or Plus94 Research, please reach out to us. I extend a heartfelt gratitude to each and one of you today for your presence in today's webinar. May the insights gained serve as a guiding light in your endeavors, and may our collective journey towards understanding and adaptation continue to foster growth, progress, and unity across borders. Thank you so much.
Alika, I think you're on mute.
Sorry, I was on mute. Thank you, Renesa, for the wonderful presentation. It was amazing and really engaging, I would say. Now moving on to the Q&A session. I have some questions, so let's start with the first one. There are some items mentioned on one of the slides to be a part of the MAPS, whose content we did not see in the presentation. Is that information included in the data?
Hi, Annika. Alika, I'm not sure exactly what is being referred to, but I think that, the presentation will be made available. If there are any questions afterwards, everyone's welcome to reach out to us. If there's anything further we can provide or enlighten any of the information provided, we'll do so.
All right, that's great. So if I go to the next question, how do you promote respondent participation? Do you offer incentives?
Thanks for that question. Yes, there are as Renisa has explained, there are two instruments that are used, both a face-to-face component as well as a leave-behind survey. And respondents are indeed incentivized for completing both of those. So, with the fieldwork team visiting respondents and engaging them and getting them to complete these surveys, and also encouraging them to go online to complete portions of the surveys, they get incentivized to do so.
That's great to know. All right, thank you. And the next question, how frequently is the MAPS data released? It is an annual survey?
It's an annual survey, but the survey is, or the research is conducted on a month-to-month basis. So we actually divide the sample into 12 months, and it's a continuous process. We never not in field. We collect the data on a monthly basis. We release it as quarterly data, but it's rolled up into a 12-month data set. So basically what we do is every 3 months or so, we release data from a new quarter, we added to the data set and we removed data, the oldest quarter's worth of data. So there's a 12-month rolling data set with quarterly releases.
All right, thank you. And my next question, how do we get access to MAPS?
Thanks for that question. MAPS is through a subscription service, so you have to subscribe to MAPS. Through the MRF, you can subscribe, and subscriptions are available to brands or marketers, if you will. And they can also authorize agencies or third parties to access the data on their behalf if they have specific projects or media plans and things like that they're working on. They're able to give access to those third parties. So the best is for them to contact us and find out how best they can access this valuable resource.
All right, fantastic. And the last one, why do you use face-to-face as a data collection method?
Yeah, I think that's a good question because, you know, first off, when MAPS was designed initially, it was quite a few years ago, but I think, you know, as Renisa has pointed out in the presentation, South Africa is a very unequal country. There are some socioeconomic challenges. We've got a vast rural population, and these factors combined informed, you know, the experts that were advising us to achieve a solid base would be to start off with face-to-face and to then let the survey evolve over time. So as technology advances and as new methodologies become more practical, we are allowing MAPS to evolve. So a large part of the data that we're collecting at the moment already is through online means. So while face-to-face remains the core, it's, you know, unlikely to remain the core forever, and will allow the survey to evolve and the methodology to follow trends and new technological advancements.
All right. Thank you, Johan, for all the answers. They're really informative. In the end, we want to thank you, our speakers, Sifiso, Johan, and Renisa, for joining us. And of course, all of you for participating in this webinar today. So we hope you have enjoyed your time with us, and we look forward to seeing you in person at one of our upcoming ESOMAR events or right here online. Thank you.
Thanks so much. Thanks for having us, and thank you everyone for joining us. Hope you enjoyed it. Have a great day.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Goodbye.